I don't know what's going on at dog rescues these days, who's in charge of naming these poor dogs, but when you got people giving dogs either stripper names like Glitter and Sugar Cookie, or other absurd names like Tuesday, Mingus, Kettlecorn, who wants to adopt a dog named Kettlecorn? You're at the dog party and Kettlecorn, come! It's ridiculous. No wonder these dogs aren't getting adopted. The good news though is if you find a dog that you want to adopt, and they meet all the criteria you want, the right breed, the right age, the right size, temperament, but they just got a name you don't like, well, good news is you can actually change a dog's name quite easily. Remember that dogs don't have the same concept and understanding of what a name is that as humans have. If you've got a dog named Bella, right? Your dog Bella is not going around at some point in the day going, oh, I know I'm Bella, and having any sort of, feelings or just any sort of mental thoughts towards, I know I'm Bella. A dog's understanding of their name is no different than their understanding of any other command you teach them, like come or sit or down. A dog's name in dog world and dog brain, it's just a sound coming out of our mouth that they've then paired with an action. Dogs don't speak English or whatever language you speak to your dog. Remember, it's very easy to kind of forget that dogs don't hear words. They just hear and whatever actions follow those funny sounds are how we either get a dog to respond in a positive way, continue to do an action, or not do an action. In reality, teaching a dog their name, it's basically the same thing as teaching them to either focus on you or almost a recall, teaching them to come back to you. You're just teaching them that, hey, dog, when I say this sound, whatever your name is, I'll use my dog's name was Max. When I say Max, it means I want you to look at me. So if you have a puppy and you want to teach them their name, or you're going to adopt a dog that already has a name and you want to change it, here's what you're going to do. First, I want you to find something that is very, very high value, some kind of high value food. Either tiny pieces of chicken, of steak, of hot dogs, something so amazing that the dog never ever gets, except when you start using their new name. What you're going to do then is, ideally, in a perfect world, we do this every hour, but if not as often as you can, you go over to the dog and just 10 times in a row, you're going to say the dog's name. I'll use my dog's name. I'll go Max, and then piece of steak. Max, piece of steak. Max, piece of steak. And you can do various tones. Max, piece of steak. Max, piece of steak. And that's all you do. You say the name, and you give them something. You do it 10 times an hour, and then you walk away. What we're doing is we're teaching the dog that, hey, in dog world, when I hear that sound, which is the name, right, Max, that something amazing happens. I get steak. And the only time I ever get steak is when I hear that name. So next time these humans make that sound, right, Max, then, hey, I better look to them. I better go running over to them because something good's probably going to happen. When you are picking a dog's name, do try to keep in mind that ideally you want either a name that's one syllable or two. One syllable names are nice because they're short, kind of choppy, very quickly gets the dog's attention. It just boom, instant. That was what my dog's name was, Max. One syllable, boom, Max. Two syllable names also are good though, because the way dogs' hearing works, when you have two syllables, there's a change in the pitch frequency, and that can help to catch the dog's attention. I also kind of like two syllable names because, you can kind of emphasize different parts of the dog's name, and that's a good way to kind of convey your emotions. When you're happy with the dog, sad with the dog, angry with the dog, when they're done something wrong, you can go, Bella is two syllables, right? Normal tone, Bella, Bella. You can kind of get your emotions through with those two syllables, which you can't really do with one. So you have a puppy and you want to teach them their name, or you got an adult dog, you want to change their name. All we do is we just put a positive association to that new word, that new sound.